Hello, one and all. Warm welcome to my all dear friends. I'm sure you all are wondering why are we all here today. Different things might be simultaneously be rolling in your brain and heart, isn't it? So I would like to tell you that we are gathered here today to speak about one of the debilitating and a neglecting disease of a bladder known as interstitial cystitis, which makes you to urinate again and again with repeated episodes of pain and urge to urinate, which impacts your day-to-day lifestyle and make your life worse, which is beyond your imagination. Today, I'm feeling myself blessed to have a seat on this table here and share how am I feeling right now. A journey through life of a woman. Today, I would like to take you through a tour on lives of a patient suffering from interstitial cystitis. Before that, let me introduce myself. Hi, I'm Deepti Paliwal, and I'm a clinical research professional and currently working with a reputed pharma company in Mumbai, India. I'm married and a mother of 3-year-old son. In addition to this, I'm also associated and working closely with a society called GIBS, which is Global Interstitial Cystitis Bladder Pain Society, which is working tirelessly from 6 years on this disease to open the subject globally among the medical fraternity, patients suffering from it, and the caregivers. The society is for the patient, doctors, caregivers, and everyone who would love to lend a helping hand to all those suffering there. Friends, one fine day when I was having my evening tea, suddenly a thought struck me. How difficult is it to be a woman, a mother, a wife, or a sister? As if like we as women can or expected to do everything on this planet. Why? Why is it only us? Why is a woman when keeps unwell or diseased, the entire family is shaken? Why everything is dependent on a woman? Why is it so? A woman is both a maker and a breaker. So let's be a maker first. Let's be a wonderful mentor to all there who deserve. So I have came across many patients and the stories when they open and share about their feelings, how miserable their life becomes, how that impacts the whole family. Trust me, every story here is an inspiration in its own way, a journey through life with pain, sufferings, and how that pain and suffering ended with the proper diagnosis of the condition, help and support from family, friends, and the most importantly, the God on the earth, our doctors, who showed ways to overcome the miserable conditions of patients. So here we all have gathered today in this evening to share the sip of a coffee with among us and to share our own personal experiences of dealing with this kind of IC patients and on. So I would like to ask Cheshta to have a seat and to share all her experiences in a live while dealing with this kind of IC patients. So Cheshta, the table is yours.
Sure, Dipti. You all already know me, but please let me introduce myself first. I'm Ms. Cheshta Jalan and I'm presently working with a pharmaceutical company in Mumbai. I've completed my master's in clinical research from one of the well-known clinical research institute in India and currently pursuing my PhD in from Guyana. I have been working and serving unprivileged poor patients since long time. I am working as a clinical research associate, and my core subject here is ICBPS, which is also known as interstitial cystitis bladder pain syndrome. It's been 5 years I'm working with this organization, and I remember during COVID times, this pandemic, my mother met with an accident, and suddenly our life was distorted as she used to manage all of us single-handedly. But while she was in hospital and recovering, those initial 2 months were very difficult for us to manage. Like the moment I realized that how difficult it is to be a woman, a mother, a wife, and or a sister. So as if like we as a woman can or expected to do everything on this planet. Initially, I found it to be very difficult for me to deal with the household chore because, along with the job to manage and everything at the house to manage, and being a girl child in India, we all know that we are always looked as a person who looks after the family if your mother is there or not. But my mother is a fighter, and she was back with us in just 2 months. And yet she was on the bed, but she took all her responsibility again on her shoulders. And she started with the household chores with whichever can be done with the hands and not with the legs, because she used to not walk properly. And there was a time I was like seeing her in this situation. I used to break at times, be shaken sometimes, and felt worthless of myself many times. But then there was some time that kept me awake, and I didn't give up. I felt in my heart, if I break down today or give up today, I won't have any story for myself as a strong memory that yes, I can do it. So, being a mother, my mother kept motivating us to deal with the situation, whether or not she is there with us. So, a woman is both maker or breaker. So, let's be a maker first. Let's be a wonderful mentor to all there who deserve. With this, similarly, I would like to share a small scenario. I had once come across this young adolescent girl, late girl from Baroda, Gujarat, like it's in India. She had been suffering from ICBPS since all her childhood. Her parents had no clue of this situation, this condition. Things became worse when she started having intense flare ups with severe pelvic pain and burning sensation during urination. She started searching for some solution to her condition online, but then that made the situation even worse and added on her to a stress with more worse condition. She immediately booked an appointment and visited her gynec. For a couple of conditions, she underwent different routine urine test, urine culture test, and blood test. Weather seemed normal, though, yet she was advised antibiotics for UTI, which is urinary tract infection, but no relief of symptoms was noticed. She was advised sonography, which revealed she had cystitis, but lack of proper medicine or prescription did not help her achieve relief for her symptoms. So she visited her gynec for months. She was under with this new gynec treatment, but then too it didn't work. Finally, through a family friend, she was referred to a renowned urologist in Baroda itself, and who helped her with her accurate diagnosis of ICBPS with cystoscopy, and accordingly drugs were prescribed, and within 6 months of time she started feeling much better with the condition. And when she was describing me her pain, I was terrified, as sometime back I was also suffering through the same similar symptoms. But as I knew about the disease, since I'm working in this organization and working on this disease, I immediately approached a urologist, wherein he did some urine routine test for myself and looked after my uroflowmetry, which is general urine passage, you can say, pass through test. And luckily, I was not suffering with IC, but I was informed to keep a track and check on my diet, and from which I could understand that a single cup of coffee every day in access can do many things. It is not like I don't drink coffee now, but still there is a limitation wherein I can only have a coffee once a week or twice a week, which is actually not making me as to stop drinking coffee at all. So this is just a small experience for me, which was an eye opener for myself. And hence, if at all I have to drink a coffee, I try to avoid it on a regular basis. So it is not important to eat or drink or crave for something which we can't have. We can have, but in a small amount. So this was just a small, my, what you can say, small story, small content which I have actually gone through and I have heard of my friend. So I'm sure that because of this platform, we can move to more women who are actually suffering from these diseases and are not able to approach uh, and speak up upon this. So thank you.
So thank you so much, Eshta, for sharing your experiences and the patient story with all of us. I would like to ask one more question, which I feel that most of these patients have some challenges in their life. So I would like to listen from your side that what do you think that what kind of challenges are there which they feel and which impact their lifestyles? So over to you, Cheshta.
Thank you, Dipti, for this wonderful question. I know that women faces challenges during this diseases, and I would like to mention a few of them. And first of all, I think confidence level. So, this kind of patients, women generally feel very low in their confidence because they are scared of losing or leaking in any places wherever they are, so they have this, the confidence level decreases. And also I can mention that they are not happy with their routine activities, like some women has routine of their walking, jogging in the morning. So because of these leaking issues, I don't think so. They burning sensation while walking, they have that fear that what if I get burning sensation and I have to sit in that area, and what if they can't find a bench or a sitting place. So I think these two challenges from my end, I can mention the routine activities and confidence level. Thank you.
Thank you, Cheshta. I think you have wonderfully highlighted the challenges part, and I'm sure we all will definitely will overcome in the coming time. Will a proper the family support and the friends and the love and from the doctors and all everything. Thank you so much. And now I would like to roll the dice to Dr. Sapna. So Sapna, yeah.
Well, thank you, Dipti, for this opportunity. Thanks a lot. I must say, this is something a wonderful and great step taken for all those women out there who are suffering, for all there who are in pain and distress, who cannot speak up or open up, who feel or have the urge to come up or speak up, but due to some reason, maybe shy or maybe not available of proper opportunity, they hold themselves back. And I don't really understand why hold back. So this is a wonderful platform that is being provided to me to speak up for all those who are in distress. But before that, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Sabna Biswas, at present working as a research analyst. I have completed my doctoral studies from NMIMS University and have been working and serving underprivileged poor patients who are incapable of affording for the medicines. Let me tell you my family background, my parents, grandparents, they are all into Ayurveda, and they have been manufacturing Ayurvedic medicines for different ailments for quite a long time now. And so I got this opportunity to help all those who are in distress. And I keep posting regularly on my Facebook account about all these medicines and how people or patients, they are being benefited from that. So maybe this was something which actually provoked a group of women to follow me on Facebook. And from there, I started my journey of getting attached to different women. Now, one fine day, when I was like after my delivery, I was suffering mood swings, postpartum depression, and I kept aloof myself from all those social maybe platforms, and I felt that if I keep holding myself like that, that might be very, very difficult, or I might be in a very bad situation. I might go down into depression. And so I felt to come back on Facebook and start my work all over once again. And so the moment I opened my Facebook page, I saw number of messages posts through my entire profile. And suddenly I came across my women group, whom I was not in touch with at all for quite a long time now. And I saw that one of the women who was constantly messaging me privately in my private chat box, who was holding herself back and was very shy, sort of, was unable to open up and talk about her condition in the group. I thought there might be some problem and she's not comfortable maybe speaking in the open or in the common group. So I started responding to her messages. And suddenly she was like, ma'am, what should I do with this condition? She started explaining about herself, her condition. And she was like, I have been suffering. She had been suffering from last 17 years until 2020. That she had severe pelvic pain, painful urination, burning sensation in urination. I was just, I couldn't imagine a person who had been suffering for 17 long years, and I was just suffering for 2 months with this postpartum depression or mood swing. It was like the pain and agony that woman was going through, that lady was going through. It was really not at all like she can't even speak what she actually wanted to convey. She was holding herself, she was crying, she was weeping, her lips were shivering. I was like totally, I had no words to comfort her, to soothe her, to calm her. And finally I thought like, fine, I need to give her some time, be friendly with her, and I did so. And over the period, she started explaining that because of this condition, her whole family was unsupportive, against her. She had been constantly warned that if she continues behaving like this, she will definitely be sent to a mental asylum. And nobody considered that this was nothing related to mental condition, but there might be some ailment. There might be some treatment for this. None of her family members, not even her husband, not even her child, her only son, was supportive of her. And I was like, how can someone for whom she had spent so many years of her life be really not cared or bothered about her? And finally, after listening to her story, I felt, let me give a chance and see that how I can be of help to her. So I had in my head about one of my cousin who's a gynae here in Mumbai. I referred her that you go and visit her once. Maybe it might be of good help. She did so. She did so, and she visited my cousin. And my cousin, she immediately called me that same night. Sapna, this lady, she had been suffering UTI, urinary tract infection, for a long time. She had a history of UTI. And she had been like asked for her urine culture test. And the next decision will be based on her urine culture test. After 3 days, that lady called me again from Facebook, and she told me that, ma'am, I had no UTI, no urinary tract infection, no culture test was positive, none of the tests were positive, but still the symptoms, they were somewhat like UTI. And so she was actually advised cystoscopy, where she was diagnosed with ICBPS. And after her diagnosis was done, it was very easy to treat the condition now. And so was done. She was referred with different medications. And after 3 months of time, this lady, she called me back. And you won't believe, every week she used to call me and tell me about her situation, how she is improving with her conditions, how she's improving with her environment and family. Everybody in the family was happy. They were like, everyone was, their behavior changed towards her. the husband who was giving a thought to divorce her, who was on the verge of divorcing her, her son who was like really mad at her. None of the day she remembers he was like happy with her, with his own mother. He was all of a sudden very, very caring. He started loving her all of a sudden, and she was feeling it very, very nice. The entire support from the family. And that was really very, very nice for me. I was feeling very good that I could be of some help to a woman out there who was in pain, suffering, and agony. So I feel that really this step you have taken, that is an awesome step. And I feel that this should go a long way. They should keep on. And I feel that, yes, women, please speak up about your pain. If you can't do now, you will never be able to speak up. And you should speak up. The more you speak up, the more you are there to solve your problem. So that is all about this journey. And I wish to continue with my lending my helping hand to all those who need it. I'm here all for you. Take care.
Thank you so much, Sapna. I think that was a lovely, I consider sharing what you have like shared in between us. And you have just spilled out your feelings very confidently. And this was really very beautiful. So now I have one question in my diary, which I have noted about the challenges part, which I have already asked from Cheshta, and I would like to pass that same question to you also, if you would like to say something on that, your views on it.
Thank you, Dipti, so much. Yes, I feel there are a lot many challenges in this a woman face. And I feel the worst challenge is when a woman who cannot explain her problem. Like nobody is ready to listen. She is trying to yell out, to speak her heart out, but there's no one to listen. And it is very difficult when someone is not ready to listen to you, not ready to understand you. It's very difficult to convince people that no, I am not mad. I am having something that is very painful and I'm unable to take it anymore. So do something for the situation. There, I feel that there can't be any worse challenge than this. Leaking out in public. I don't know, understand, like it's so difficult, it's so scary that going out with the condition. People, women there out, they actually lose their confidence. And over the period, that long course of this disease, it automatically sets the woman to be at home. She is no more confident to go back to office. She is no more confident to face people. She is not any more confident to be with anyone, even her best pals, best friends, family members. She is not finding any shoulder home where she can rest and speak her heart out. And finally, she gives up, for which I feel there should be something to be done. We can lend our helping hands to such people. Thank you.
Thank you, Sapna. I think it's indeed really a scary situation for every woman, like, you know, when she need to be in the center of a public and everything. And when she need to do she need to go to the washroom again and again. And when she don't find any kind of a center where she need to pee and all everything. So it's a quite embarrassing for her. So that's why, like, why we all are here to discuss that, you know, the timely identification of your disease is very important. And we all pray and we all hope that, you know, that we can take this subject to that level, to every woman in the world, and to tell them that they need to speak about it. And so we hope we all will come together and conquer the disease. Thank you. Thank you, Sapna. Now, I think the next, I would like to ask Anuja to share her experiences. So Anuja, the table is yours.
Hello everyone, myself Anuja. I'm an engineer and working in MNC. So I'm going to share a story of one of my senior colleagues from my company. So one day she told me her story. So how she had rough time in the past, and that was all because of disease named IC. So she was suffering for last 20 years, and that time she never knew about IC. So she had restricted lifestyle, so office to home and home to office, but still her symptoms were getting worse day by day. So one day she had intense burning sensation and while urination. So she visited multiple doctors and gynec, but no advice or any prescription helped her. So after hearing her story, her condition, how she suffered, not realizing she had a disease called IC, but with the help of right urologist advice, she got to know about this disease, and with the right medication and the proper diet, she recovered miraculously. So after hearing this story, so I want to, first of all, I want to thank Dipti for giving me this opportunity to ask more people suffering from similar disease that gives you pelvic issues, frequent urination pain, like pain in the lower region. So they must seek doctor's advice for timely identification of this cause, and don't take this disease lightly, and don't keep suffering, because every disease has a solution.
Thank you, Anuja, for your the kind words you have shared with us today. So I would like to pass on the same question which I have asked with other friends and colleagues about the challenges these women are facing. So I would like to ask from your side also your comments.
Okay, right, Dipti. There are so many challenges. After listening to the story of my colleague, she had so many awkward moments in the company. So this company is a very established company, but since she was suffering from this disease for a long time, she had so many awkward moments while in the middle of meeting. So she had to go for urgent urination, or she was suffering from urine leakages also. So while she was leaving the meeting, I saw so many people gave her some awkward moments. So she felt some kind of setback. So because of that, so until getting a right remedy for your disease, women needs to speak up about their condition, so people get more aware about this disease. So people will get more while getting aware about it, so people will get more acceptance, uh, acceptable to this disease also. So women will not be shy about this disease. So like that is a one challenge, and there is a more remedy by the society also and by women also.
So yeah, thank you so much, Anuja. You have rightly said that we need to open up this. We need to shout loudly, and we need to tell our sufferings to the challenges what we are facing today to our family members and the doctors. And I feel that's the only way we can get rid of all these kind of things. Thank you. Yeah. So last but the least, we have Kanchan with us. So I would ask Kanchan to add some more value with her views and thoughts she has experienced in her life with such kind of a patient. So, Kanchan, yeah.
Thank you, Dipti, for giving me this opportunity to speak on a global platform. This is Kanchan, and I'm working with fitness and healthcare industry for more than 10 years now. So the good thing about this industry is you get to know various people and their problems as well. So I would like to share a small incident. I came across one of the member who was suffering with IC for more than 10 years. While sharing, she said she used to experience severe pelvic pain, frequent visits to washroom, tingling feeling in bladder. She took advice from a local gynac and was on antibiotics for longer period, but she had no expected response and was advised to visit urologist. She had to actually go through multiple medical therapies and counseling. She opened up in counseling sessions wherein she was able to share her pain and suffering. She was finally able to recover slowly and gradually. So I just shared this because I really want women to open up with this kind of sufferings and treat them at the early stage. I feel a woman with voice is by definition a strong woman. So thank you.
Thank you, Kanchan, for your wonderful the experience, the story you have shared with us. And because I have a list of questions in my diary, and one of the questions which I would like to ask you is about the challenges this kind of a woman faces in their day-to-day life. So I would like to listen from your side that if you have any thought and view to share with us.
Sure, Dipti. I feel one of the challenge in this is women is scared in making appearance in social events as she feels herself to be a party spoiler because of the frequent usage of washroom she'll have to do. Uh, I think that is also a challenge which I would like to highlight. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kanchan. I think it would be definitely it would be helpful for all of us in the future. Thank you very much, Anuja, Cheshta, Dr. Sapna, Kanchan. Thanks all for your lovely views, help and support to overcome ICBPS as a chronic debilitating condition. The session wouldn't have been successful without your coordination and support. I hope now on, nobody with this condition will be shy to come up to us, share your feelings, open up, raise your voices. Just stand still and hide. Do not fear to fall. Every woman has a desire to be free, bird in the open sky. Don't be shy. Don't hold back yourselves. This is no shame. Let's not hesitate and open up. Let's not hesitate and open up how you feel when you go through this condition of ICBPS. Things definitely change. So I feel all those there who are suffering with such conditions of pelvic pain, please don't lose hope. We are here to help you, be with you. Just let us know how, and we will take all those necessary steps. Please join us on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. We are there everywhere. So thank you so much.